I've returned from no man's land and I'm back in the valley, and this time I've got a cattle crisis. Like, subscribe, become a member, let's farm. Good morning everyone. Oh, it's a real late start for me today. I got back from no man's land about 4 o'clock in the morning and I just hit the sack straight away. So yeah, I needed to get a couple of hours in before I kick-started my day back down here in the valley. But as a result, it's almost 9:45 in the morning. But that's fine. I don't think I've got a huge amount of stuff to do this month. December, by all accounts, was really quite cold and snowy here. The animals apparently are all fine, so I've had contractors in while I was away, down helping Dusty over in no man's land, and I'm hoping they've done a good enough job. Just looking out the window here at the garden, that appears to be all okay and growing. I'll take a look out there in a minute. But yeah, you just don't know when you're using contractors whether or not they kind of fully understand what you're asking them to do, and whether they're just going to do the basics or whether they're going to take a little bit of, you know, a little bit of savvy and go and do things that are maybe a bit outside the brief, if you see what I mean. Let's go and have a look, have a wander around the farm and just see the status of things. I need to get my head back in the game fairly quickly. So yeah, the garden's actually okay. This is always a thing I neglect. So maybe actually John and the team have chucked on the things they need. Yeah, straw is all good. We're growing tomatoes and strawberries up here. Oh yeah, they've got a couple of bundles there. I don't know where they've got that from. Maybe they've got it out of my stores. That's fine. That's what it's for. Lovely. Couple of pallets there. One of tomatoes at the end. Well, that's all right. That's a good start. I'm happy with that. It's all very quiet. There's a couple of cows out in the field. I'll go check those girls out later on. For now, let's go and have a look in the barn here with the sheep. Open this door first and see what the status of wool is. Ah, well, that's positive. That's really positive. Okay, that's good. That means that the sheep are generally happy. Ah, bale of grass. Yes, so the feed is full. Well, I've got to say, so far, things are looking okay. I'm happy with this. Right, let me take a walk round to the main gate and have a look at the girls. Close the gates up. Always leave a gate as you find it. Country code. Yeah, the girls are looking okay. Real happy. Oh, there's the big boy. There's the ram. Where are you headed there, chap? Are you feeling a bit fruity or are you feeling a bit hungry? It's only ever one of the two. Okay. Oh, no, he might be swinging around. Keep an eye on him. Anyway, we've got some lambs, I think. Yeah, here we go. Little lambykins. So, yeah, I think the sheep are fine. That's good news. Ah, yes, beyond here, our little field that we had the cotton in. That was something I dealt with just before I headed over to no man's land. And I think I've got a bit of cultivation to deal with over the next couple of weeks. That field is definitely one of them. And there's the one all the way over there in the distance that we had corn in. So yeah, a little bit of field work. That's fine. That's on the agenda. Okay, let's go and have a look at the chickens just while we're down this side. Sorry, ladies. We've got plenty of corn, so I'm hoping that John and the team have chucked in a bit and kept them fed and happy. Yeah, they're all scratching around, looking for bits and bobs. They've got plenty of feed. What's that? Oh, I almost didn't see you then. I nearly stepped on you, darling. Sorry. You're camouflaged with the ground. So I think, yeah, 2 and a bit pallets of eggs. Call it 3. Yeah, okay, they've got corn. Oh, that's good news. Let's have a check in here. No one's about. Yeah, okay, so I'm happy that the birds are happy and the sheep are happy. And now for the biggie, let's go and have a check on the cattle. My lovely ladies, Dusty's friends, our milking cows seem to be very healthy at first look. We have had some births. We had a couple just before I left. And I think we've had 1 or 2 more. Look at those little calves. Oh, they're so sweet. Okay, I'm going to go head over to the bar. Hold on a minute. What's the Fent doing now? Why has that not been put away? Well, I'm not happy with that. That's, yeah, that's neglecting machinery, particularly our Fent, which is kind of our prize piece of equipment around here. And, hold on. Ugh, the JCB's just been dumped out here as well. Okay, well, the animals are healthy, but there's a lot to be said for tidying away, guys. Come on. Might have to have a word with them about this. Especially leaving it up like that. It's not good to leave the hydraulics under pressure. Let's have a look what's going on here. Well, they've got TMR, which is good. They've got straw, which is good. There is a bit of a backup of manure, though, and that pile out there is looking really huge. I think that is something I'm definitely going to have to deal with. But yeah, the cows are looking good. Ah, this is one of my oldest ones. Hello, darling. What number are you? I can't see by the tag on your ear. Number 13? Unlucky for some. Number 13. Yeah, she's been with us for a while. Okay. Well, this is good. This is... Ah. Alright, okay, that makes sense. So the guys have mixed up a batch all ready to go. Okay, that's good. I suppose we can just chuck that straight in first thing. Okay, well, the cows are healthy, but I am getting a bit concerned about the state of this manure pile, because this is huge. It's massive, and it's starting to take up a lot of space, and it's starting to rot down. I want to get rid of it while it's prime. Maybe I could get it down to the bio centre, that place that we took stuff before. And if that's in this state, then... Yes, okay, this is the problem. This is the major problem. This is not going to do the health of our cattle any good at all. Okay, we're full. We are back to slurry crisis again this time of year. Okay, this is the thing I've got to deal with today. I've got to deal with the output from cows, basically. Milk, slurry, and manure. This is now a crisis. Okay, well, first things first, I'm going to have a bit of a tidy up. Let me move the Fent out the way, and then I can put the JCB back. Oh my goodness, the keys have been left in the ignition as well. They didn't even put them inside the farmhouse. I'm really not happy about that. They've done a great job with the animals. Oh my goodness. What is going on? That is not good. That is a huge amount of black smoke. The engine is... It sounds awful. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think maybe that's what they're worried about. They've just dumped it because it's not healthy. And I said that it needed a bit of maintenance for them to take it in for me while I was away. They clearly haven't done that. Yeah, the drive is slipping. It's engaging and slipping straight out. Okay, I'm going to stick it in second and see if we can get rolling on second. Okay, well, that's working. Let me take it down to the workshop and actually see if I can hook it up and give me a status on the engine. Dusty's got a little laptop which allows us just to see how things are, and it will give me a report on just how badly damaged it is. I hope I can get into reverse. Yeah, we're okay. Reverse is alright. Out of the way, chickens. Come on. Move. Move or go underneath. Oh, goodness. Stupid animals. Okay, there we go. Let's engine off for the minute. Okay, I'm going to go grab the laptop and have a bit of a status report on the poor old 1050. Yeah, it's not good. It's not happy. The damage is pretty much as bad as it can be. I mean, we're not talking about actual breakages here. We're talking about kind of standard services. And so the engine is just not burning fuel efficiently. And the drive, the gear system is slipping. So yeah, it needs to go in. I'm going to have to stick it on the back of the trailer, and I'm going to have to get it down to the stores. They can give it a full old farming MOT and hopefully bring the old Fent back to life. We can't live without this. I've got to get this dealt with first, and then I've got to deal with my slurry crisis. Thing is, I don't know where the flatbed is. Where is the flatbed trailer? You'd assume it would be up here. It's where we normally park it. Yeah, we've got the tankers there. We normally park the flatbed trailer just out in the field here. Come on, boys. Where have you put it? I'm hoping it's down here. It's the only place I haven't yet checked. Even the gates have been closed. So they leave the keys in the ignition of the Fent, but they close the gates. That doesn't make sense to me. It's craziness. There's the header. That's my fault. I should have put that away. Ah, okay, good. The trailer's there. Okay, let me go get the truck, get the Fent loaded on, and get it repaired ASAP. This needs a bit of a clean as well. Look at the windscreen. It's grubby as you like. In fact, everything needs a bit of a clean. Normally this is the time of year we do that, but I've been away. I've got a bit of catching up to do, I must admit. Oh, one positive, and I've come this way just so I can show you, is the silage is in. So the grass has been covered up and that is now fermenting. We are going to have an absolute rake of silage. Look at that pile. Can't wait for that. We may even be able to sell a lot of that to make some extra income, because we're going to need some for the animals, of course. But yeah, that is there to give us some revenue when we need it later on in the year. Out the way, chickens. God. Back myself in casually through the gates here. I'm hoping I can get this resolved fairly quickly. I'm going to need the Fent, that's for sure, especially if we're going to start hauling all of that slurry and manure around. Definitely need the Fent. Right, come on girl. One last drive and then we'll get you all fixed up. Off to Tractor Hospital. Oh yeah, it's really chugging. Really chugging. You may not be able to tell the difference, but it sounds so obvious, especially since I've been away and come back again. Right, let's get this up. In fact, do I need to widen the boards on the trailer? Yeah, I think I might need to. I always do it for the harvester over there, but the Fent is fairly wide as well, especially when it's got the fat tyres on like that. Okay, that's better. I can just creep up here. Still having to use second gear, but a tractor will pull pretty much in any gear you like. There we go, we're up. We're up. Okay, happy days, engine off. Now it's just dawned on me that we've got a load of wool up here and I really do need to get that down into the spinnery. So I'm going to grab the JCB, stick the forklift on the front, the pallet fork, lift on those pallets to the front of the flatbed here, and I can do 2 trips in one go. I think that's the most efficient use of my time, especially now I'm up here on my own and Dusty's still over in no man's land. So I can get myself just lined up about there. Perfect, that'll do. Let's get those pallets loaded. Now it's been a while since I've done anything like this in the JCB. I'm much better with an actual forklift, but let's give it a go. Can't actually see what I'm doing. There we go. Just about to see the forks there. Pinched as tight as I can get them. Let's just ease in. Yes, there we go. First one's up. Okay. Back myself up. Let's get it on the front. I'm going to swing around the other side. I think I've got 8 to load, and then I can drop these off down the road. And that is how you do it. Crimson Banshee is back in the game. Right, last one there. Just looking at my watch, it's coming up to 11:15. Not bad. but I still haven't dealt with the big issue of the day. I need to eat that frog, as they say in marketing. I've got to deal with all that manure and slurry. We had sort of 6.5, 7 pallets, call it that. That's okay, we can get that over. The more sheep we have, obviously the more wool we're going to produce. Right, there we go. Drop that down there and just edge into position. And I think we are good there. Top work, top work. Very happy with that. Last but not least, get some straps on. We're good. Oh, that does remind me, I really do need to have a little check-in at the sawmill and see how things are going there. It's actually been months since we paid that any attention. That kind of just feeds itself. We've got so much lumber in there and we've got so many planks. I think we could have left that for a couple of years and it would have just kept going. So I do need to go give that a bit of attention. There may be some stuff we need to sell, if nothing else. Bobbling around here, there's a lot of weight on the back. The Fent is really quite a big-arsed beast. I don't actually know how much she weighs, but you can always tell you're pulling her, especially when you've got her on the back of here. And while I'm up here, I will take the opportunity to have a proper look down there at our market operation. The vegetables look quite good from here, so maybe they've been watered well, but most of that's automated anyway, so again, John and the team probably didn't even need to go down there. Okay, let's get this around the back. I'm going to go in and see a salesman, get a mechanic on the job, and hopefully get the Fent fixed up as quickly as possible. Well, at least I got some good news. Our little red Massey, which normally lives down here at the greenhouses, has been sent in. I ordered some upgrades. I wanted it to just be a little bit heavier. We can't fit a weight on the front, so I've ordered some big fat tyres with weights on, which should counteract any heavy lifting that we do with the forks. And that should give us just a little bit more use out of that vehicle. I also realised that we could upgrade the engine and take her from, I think, 75 horsepower right up to 95. Yes, it's a meagre 20 horses, but it might make a big difference when we're trying to lift stuff. The boys have just told me that that is all ready, so I can pick that up on the way back. I'm going to go drop off the wool now while the guys are looking at the Fent, and then I can get all that dealt with. I'll have a pop in at the market garden. Goodness, I am busy today and I still haven't got a chance to look at my big issue. And although I've got an awful lot to deal with on my own here, and I've obviously got to deal with our little crisis, it's actually quite a nice day. I'm happy, the sun's out, it's cold, but we've not got any snow, which means we can get on with various jobs if we need to. I'm just thinking as I come around this corner here, we've also got another field to tend with, don't we, on this corner? The one which we had a load of cotton in last time around. Yeah, there she goes. She's in there. So that's something to deal with as well. I think next month I am going to be Cultivate City, sticking on the big stuff, get the Fent out there, let's get some earth turned over, and I've got to do some planning in terms of crops because we've got to get things seeded as well come March. Okay, I need to swing in wide here with the big long trailer on the back. There we go, up we go. Swing over to the right, almost in the bush. Let the back swing round, there we go. And I've got to somehow back into the spinnery there. Let's swing in, I think. Swing all the way around. Yes, I've Just remember, I've got actually the walls on the front, isn't it? So backing up's going to make no difference. Should have thought about this before I put it all on. I should have loaded it on the back and put the fent there, but then I would have had to drop this off first in order to get the fent off. Yeah, I'm back to my old self of not really planning ahead, aren't I? Okay, I'll get it dealt with. I'll just have to jiggle it in with the trailer. That's as best as I could get it, so I'm just going to push the last one in. There we go. God, this bed needs a tidy. Look at it. Everything needs a jet wash around here. It's filthy. I'm going to attempt to exit through here. I should be okay as long as I go through straight. Just check the trailer. Oh yeah, I tell you what, that is some top HGV driving. Euro Truck 2, eat your heart out. Back at the store, I'm hoping that I can pick up the Massey now, and that'll give them just enough time. Let's have a look. Just enough time to finish off. Yeah, there we go. The fence in there. The Massey looks like she's done. Oh, she's shiny. Oh, she's had a proper clean. Okay, let me park up here so I'm out of everyone's way, and then deal with that. Oh yes, look at those. Some lovely fat tyres and weights. Exactly, so we can probably find an attachment for here for sticking some weight on the front, but obviously most of the time we've got the old the lift, the loader, so yeah, I don't know if we can do that. So I thought we'd get some weights on the back. We are weighted obviously with this one, but it's just not giving us enough grip. So yeah, I think this will do the trick. Oh, she's had a clean inside as well. I tell you what, the boys down here do a fantastic job. I'm not knocking Dusty. In fact, I'm not knocking him at all. He does a great job, and Dusty's one of the best mechanics I know. Wherever we go, Dusty is on hand, but Dusty's not here, and I'm having to do all this on my own. So, okay, let's get the engine on. Yeah, she purrs. Oh, I do love the sound of the Massey. Let's get her back down to the greenhouses, and maybe we'll have a quick look around there while the boys are sorting out the fence, and before we deal with everything else. Right, I'm going to hitch up with the loader straight off the bat because I know we're going to need that. Just edge in and it will just clip about there. Okay, that's all good. Okay, I'm just going to have a quick look around and see how things are around here. Wow, produce. Plenty of produce. Let's open up the doors, I think, get some fresh air in for those the veggies. We'll get the old side sorted out, get those lifted. Nice cross breeze. We don't want any damp fruit and veg. We don't want any flies in there. There we go. Right, well that's dealt with. Let's have a quick look. So, manure is okay. And we've got a big old pile of manure over there by the Massey anyway. Solid fertiliser. There's a bit in there. That will last for a couple of months, that's fine. Plenty of pallets, water's all good. Yeah, that's all hooked up, the old irrigation system. And we are focusing on melons in here at the moment. And they're looking fine. Okay, I'm happy with that. Yeah, plenty of melons. So out here we've got our red and green lettuce, that all seems fine. Plenty there. Straw bale in case we need it. More red and green lettuce, plenty of pallets. A couple of deer. There they are. Ooh, blue trailer. Forgot that was there. What's the honey situation like? Yeah, it's okay. We're not going to get much this time of year because simply nothing is in flower. None of the crops are in yet. So, yeah, machinery's all fine. This should all just be left as we... Why is this door open? Why is this door open? Was that me? Did I leave that open last time? Oh, goodness me. Anyone could have come in here and nicked a couple of pallets of produce. But yeah, we're doing well. Honey, all of our crops. We do need a bigger barn. I said it last time. This isn't enough space. Ah. I've got to do some pruning. I've got to do some pruning. Yeah, we harvested this a long while ago. I've got to get it pruned before March. So that's another job to maybe focus on next month. Let's go down and have a look at the apples. Yes, John did say that they had a bit of an issue with irrigation down here, and it was kind of my fault. I had put in, obviously, this tower, this Bowser, which is happily feeding the original set of trees, but when we had these couple planted additionally, it doesn't have enough pressure to water everything, so we've had to add in another one. And because there's been a bit of a drought around here of late, they've pulled in the Bowser just to make sure that everything's happy. But yeah, we've got fruit on the trees, we've got fruit on the ground. What's it looking like? Yeah, it's great. All these apples, these have got to go over to the press. That's another job for today. Oh my goodness, I've got a lot to get on with. But it's coming up to lunchtime and I have got to deal with my big frog. I have got to deal with my slurry and manure. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to spend some money. I'm going to have to get some new equipment. I like coming into the store because I can get direct access to their online catalogue, so I can have a look at what they've got in here. I mean, the slurry tanks are fine, but they are properly expensive. And we have talked about maybe hiring in something like this, and then we can just kind of, well, the cows can keep producing and we'll worry about dealing with it another day when we've got a bit more money. But it's not going to remove the problem. And what I see is that this just makes the problem bigger. We've just got even more slurry to have to deal with at the end of the day. So 36 grand, 33, I think I'm better off just investing in a way of actually moving it, if you see what I mean. But these are so expensive. I'd love to have one like this that we can drip feed the fields, we can get our crops properly fertilized, but there's no way I can afford 189 grand, 202. We've got 180 in the bank, and I really, really don't want to go beneath 100. I think we've got to have a look at the sales. What have they got? 40% off? What's that? Is that a spreader? It's a spreader. That is definitely worth looking at as an investment. So what have we got? It'll take all kinds of stuff. Do we swap this for the current one we've got? Our Stroutman feasibly will sell for 58 grand. Yes, it's 52 cubic meters, so it's bigger than the one I was just looking at, but it might be time to kind of upgrade, sell this, and see if we can pick one up with a muck spreader on the back. That's a fantastic idea. Now, the Fortis trailer on its own comes in at 57, and this is discounted. It's going to add another 20 grand to add the muck spreader on, so we're looking at 77. But if we sell the existing trailer, actually the total outlay is going to be what? Another 20 grand? It's roughly going to sell for the same price that this is discounted at. So 20 grand is all we need to be able to deal with our muck. That's not a bad idea. And if I actually look specifically at manure spreaders, all of these guys are fantastic, but they literally only handle manure. So I prefer to actually have something which is multiple use at this stage, and I think we can't get better than that deal that's on at the minute. But that still doesn't resolve our slurry issue, and I'm back looking at the Garants here, the FRC 65 and the 55, and I don't think I can fill this up, transport it, and then offload it directly in the biomass centre, which is basically what I want to do. I think this is just a stationary thing. I'm fairly sure. I'm loath to go down this route. It's not going to resolve my issue. It just prolongs it, as I've just said. Something like the ULT 24 with 21 cubic meters is fine. It's kind of within our budget. Problem is, at 21, it's like 10, 12 trips. There's so much slurry back at the farm, and it's a fair old drive to get all the way up to the northwest just to get everything tipped off. I'd rather go for something a bit bigger. I may have to look online myself and just see if there are any second-hand deals going elsewhere. You just never know what's out there. Well, there we go. The deal is done. I bought the new muck spreader for 77 grand, and I've done a deal to sell the existing trailer that we've got back at the farm for 58. So yeah, about 20 odd grand. I'm not going to do the maths here, but that's not too bad at all to deal with our muck issue. I've still got to deal with the other one. But look at this baby here. She is tidy. She is clean. Oh yes, I'm super happy. These guys do a great job and at speed. Okay, let's get on with the big jobs for the day. Oh, look at that. Clean. No fumes. Lovely. And the engine is just sounding that little bit smoother. I'm happy. I'm really happy. Right, let's get ourselves hitched up. Now the problem is the truck's going to be left here. Oh, you know what? I'll worry about that later. I can come back down the landy, put that on the back of the trailer and drive back in the truck. Yes, that's what I'll do. For now, let's get this hitched up. We'll go deal with our muck problem. Although I'm never going to get hitched up if I've got a weight on the back. Ah, stupid boy. Let's swap that over. Okay, that's better. I'll get that lifted and then I can get hitched up. Not paying attention, as ever. Too excited about getting the Fent back all nice and shiny and clean. Oh, I love it. We're just going to pop in here while I've got the chance. Makes sense to. I just want to make sure the boys and the team are happy. They've got everything they need. Well, the carpentry has used up all the planks at last. My goodness, we put so many in there. I just didn't think they'd ever get through them all. Ah, and they are producing packs of furniture. Oh, lovely. Right, let me get out and have a count. What have we got? We've got 4 there. That's good. And they've stored back 2, 4, 6, 7. Nice. Okay, well this could be a tidy little payday when that comes around. Got plenty of pallets. I mean, the pallets we're using down at the market garden, and if we need to sell them, we can. They don't take a lot of effort to produce, but they don't actually cost much to sell either, so it's not really a big money maker for us. But down here, this is where we've got our storage of planks. We have still got absolutely tons, as you can see, and we've also got some around at the main output for the sawmill here. There we go. There's a load there, and there's another pile there. I've actually put operations on hold. You can hear that, yeah, nothing's taking place. Oh, I just had a thought. We do have some wood chips, and that could also probably go down and be sold at the bio centre. Yeah, here we go. There's a fair old pile there and there. That can be sold as well. We won't get a lot for it, but rather than it build up and not do anything, may as well get a little bit of cash in the bank. Right, I think parking there is about right. That's how we've done it last time. I can just get the bucket on the JCB, whack in, quick 3-point turn, bosh bosh in the back, and then I think we'll get it spread out on some of our meadows and may even spread it out on some of our fields, get those all fertilised. Yes, we're not going to sell it, which we could probably make a bit of cash on. And looking at my stock check, we would actually make 18 grand if we were to sell this directly to the biogas plant. But I think it's probably better to give us bigger yields on our grass and our crops. So I'll use what I can in the fields, and then the rest we'll take down and sell. Yeah, I think that makes sense. What I'm going to do is I'm going to load in a couple, maybe do 2 and just get them out onto one of those fields, and then I'm going to deal with the slurry. The slurry is actually the thing that's going to cause health issues for our cows, so I do need to get that sorted almost more importantly than dealing with this manure here. But while I've got this on, I'm going to get a load in, bosh, there we go, and then make sure that at least this is underway. Extend the boom, that'll do. And that's how you do it. What are you doing over here? Hey! Right. How have you got over that wall? What is going on? Right, come on, Daisy. You need to get back in the barn. Come on. Come on, what are you doing over here? Come on. Come on, don't you run off. Don't you run off. Right, okay, let me go get the gate open. I've got to deal with this before I go muck the fields. How the hell has she got over that wall? Come on, Daisy. Come on. Come on. Come on, girl. Goodness. How has this happened? Well, that's kind of dealt with. I don't know how the cow got over that wall. That makes no sense to me. That boggles my mind. Have they suddenly grown a huge amount of intelligence? Are they jumping on each other's backs to try and break free? I thought they were happy. I thought you were happy cows. Anyway, I'm getting above myself. We are full 45,000 litres of manure. So I'm going to back this up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spread on the field that we had the cotton in. And that should get that ready for next season. Now normally I would deal with the chaff, but just for the sake of getting rid of a little bit of manure, I'll chuck it on now and then I'll churn this whole lot in. I feel kind of bad because John's already got his field done here. That had cotton in it as well. I'm a bit behind, but that's what happens when you take a holiday. Although it wasn't a holiday, was it? Let's be fair. Going over to no man's land, helping Dusty with his gold challenge. Yeah, that isn't a holiday. That's working hard, that is. Having to kind of guess roughly where I've been, counting the rows like I've done before. Just this little edge then, and I just want to go down the back again where the sheep are, and I think I'm done. Do you know what? I'm really happy with that. That field is done. I'm now going to dump this off for the moment. I can finish this off next time round, especially if I'm going to be cultivating as well. I'm just going to back this up into its new home, where the old trader used to live, and then what I'm going to do is focus. Oh, hold on, I need to just fold that up. Don't think it will get under otherwise. Then I've got to focus on this slurry situation, and I think I'm just going to bite the bullet and buy ourselves a tanker to get it shifted. It's been a day of backwards and forwardsing, but I've actually just bitten the bullet and I have gone and purchased the Zoonhammer and the ULT24, I think it is. I think this is what we used before when we had our issue last time. It did a good enough job then. 56 grand. Yeah, we are starting to run low on funds, but I know we've got some big selling days coming up in February and March and later on in the year, so I'm hoping we can hold out. But dealing with our slurry and keeping our cows healthy is an absolute priority. So I'm going to get back down to the farm, get this loaded up and get a couple of these siphoned off just so that the cows are happy. And hopefully that will stop them jumping over the walls trying to escape. Now, with a careful bit of budgeting, I have managed to keep the funds above 100k, and that makes me feel happy. It means that we're not at any immediate risk. I don't know what Dusty will say about this, but it is absolutely vital we get it resolved. Coming up to 3 o'clock as well. I should get a couple of these loaded off. They close at 4 o'clock, so I shall get in as much as I can. Right, about there, under the spout. Let's start filling. And hopefully we should see this massive puddle of piss disappear before our very eyes. And I can see it going down. Yeah, that's dropped. Just a couple of inches, but it has dropped. come on, girl. Come on, Fent. You've just been repaired. This shouldn't be a problem. Heavy. Very heavy. And there's the biomass energy centre-y place there in the distance. Right, let's indicate here. Get in here. Now, of course, I am setting myself up for a bit of a Brucey bonus here because, yes, I could be using this on the fields, but I think for now, I've just purchased a tanker that I can use for transporting. I'm not worried about using it on the fields. We've got manure for that now. So this, as I say, is going to give us some income. And I do like a Brucey bonus. And I tell you what, when you use waste to make money, it feels good. No idea how much we're going to get. 108 was roughly where we started. If we make 2 grand, that would be nice. Pumping away quite happily. I'm going to have, if I remember from last time, at least a dozen of these to do. 1400. You know what? I'm not going to sniff at that. So I'm going to grab 3, 4, maybe 5 tanker loads before 4 PM and hopefully start to resolve the crisis of slurry and manure that we've had from day one here down in the valley. That should give us happy cattle. Everything else is good. Next time round, I'm going to have to do some serious cultivation work, a bit of manure work, get these fields ready, get them fertilised, and I do also need to shift some stuff around. I've got a feeling next month it's payday. It's great to be back. It's great to have you here. If you like the channel, you like the content, you like the different style of play, give us a thumbs up and please hit subscribe. I'm in it for the likes and subscribes. I hope you join us for next time. Take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye-bye.